And I asked him specifically, I said, you know, are you legally black? Are you legally white? Or are you biracial? He says, I am biracial. And I said, is that what it is on your birth certificate? He did not answer. So,
but if you're thinking about my baby, it don't matter if you're black or white. RRG typically focuses on the lives of actual celebrities, and we don't really dive into the antics of social media personalities. However, since our besties pleaded for us to make a video about internet activist Shaun King, we knew we had to give y'all exactly what you've been craving. While Shaun claims he's for the culture, some people have some major issues with the way he conducts himself. He's been called everything from a fraud to a liar. And if you're looking for drama, well, Shaun's got plenty of it. Lord, this is finna be messy, and I can't wait. Before Shaun's supporters come in here and accuse us of trying to tear another black man down. Black? Don't forget to scoop up something to munch on at rrgsnacks.com, our online concession stand that has an assortment of goodies like Applewood smoked bacon jerky, toasted corn nuts, and gummy sour peach rings.
Ooh, that's a triple threat. Goody, goody, goody.
Back in 2012, Shaun told Rebel magazine that he was the son of a Caucasian mother and an African-American father. But in 2015, an investigative blogger named Vicky Pate dug a little deeper and accused Shaun of lying about his biracial background. Vicky uncovered a 1995 police report that listed Shauns Race as white. And according to a birth certificate she found from Shaun's home state of Kentucky, his pappy is a white man named Jeffrey King. In response to the allegations that the most vocal person in the Black Lives Matter movement was blackfishing,
not blackfishing,
Shaun wrote in a blog post, "The reports about my race, about my past, and about the pain I've endured are all lies." He went on to say that he refused to speak in detail about the nature of his mother's sexual history. However, he admitted that his mother had an affair, and the white man on his birth certificate wasn't his biological father. He added, "My actual biological father is a light-skinned black man."
Oh, I don't know, Shaun. I don't know.
Don Lemon, who was working at CNN at the time, exchanged text messages with Shaun and asked him straight up whether he was black or white.
He says, I am biracial. And I said, is that what it is on your birth certificate? He did not answer. So,
Shaun said, toodles.
I have tremendous respect for the work that he's done. But when you're, if you hold yourself up to something that is not what you claim to be, then that's a problem.
Don then took to Twitter to reveal that one of Shaun's family members told him that both of Shaun's parents were white. Then came allegations that Shaun lied about his race to obtain an Oprah Winfrey scholarship to attend Morehouse College, a historically black school.
Shout out to all my HBCU grads. Ew.
Morehouse fired up its Twitter account to state that it had no comment about Shaun's tomfoolery. However, the school made it clear that it doesn't grant admission or scholarships based on race. The Black Conservatives Fund put out a news release offering $25,000 if Shaun will produce his alleged African-American father or cooperate with a DNA test to prove his blackness. The group stated that once Shaun admits the truth, BLM could continue its work without Shaun being around as an unnecessary distraction. It seems like an easy solution to shut the naysayers up once and for all. However, Shaun didn't take them up on their offer.
It's given white. It's given very much white.
In a series of tweets, Shaun said the attacks about his race were an attempt to derail BLM and the movement against police brutality. Many prominent activists voiced their support for Shaun, and those most involved with BLM were way more interested in Shaun's work rather than the color of his skin and his mom's boot-knocking activities. Shaun has often recalled that in 1995, while in high school, he was the victim of a hate crime. He said a mob of a dozen rednecks beat the brakes off of him so badly, he had fractures in his face and ribs, as well as severe injuries to his spine. Shaun claims he had to have several surgeries and missed close to 2 years of school. In recent years, conservative sites have questioned whether the attack happened or not.
Lord, here we go. Here we go.
The Blaze website reported it was actually a one-on-one fight, and based on a police report, Shaun got his butt whooped over threatening his ex-girlfriend over a broken CD.
That sounds like some white shit.
The detective involved claimed Shaun only had minor injuries, like a cheek abrasion, and the FBI didn't have any record of the alleged hate crime.
He said it was a hate crime, one of Kentucky's first hate crimes. Now, his family did tell us it was racially motivated, they believe, because he was white and dating a black woman who is now his wife. Was it a racist attack according to them? Yes. Was it a hate crime? The evidence doesn't seem to point that way.
After actor Chadwick Boseman's untimely passing in 2020, Shaun reportedly sent out an email blast to his mailing list. In the email, he expressed sadness over Chadwick's passing before asking his followers to buy his book called Make Change.
I know you lying.
A Twitter account posted screenshots of the email, and the post racked up more than 12,000 retweets and 35,000 likes. One online user accused Shaun of exploiting black suffering and trauma in order to make a buck. Others commented that Shaun needed to be stopped expeditiously. In a since-deleted tweet, Shaun wrote, "I literally do not make a penny off of sales for my book. Nothing. Got paid a year ago to write it." He also claimed the email was pre-scheduled, but he updated it to include the news of Chadwick's passing. Shaun added, "And I don't regret it at all. There's that." According to the Daily Beast, during the massive George Floyd protests of 2020, Shaun's nonprofit Grassroots Law Project brought in millions of dollars. While that sounds like great news, people began to wonder where all the money went. Although the nonprofit produced financial reports for the Daily Beast, none of the documents appeared in public records, with lawyers blaming the pandemic for the delays. Making matters worse, out of the $6.7 million raised in a matter of months, the money that was supposed to be used for initiatives to give marginalized communities justice never took off. What did take off was Shaun's salary.
This is finna be messy, ain't it?
As the director of the Grassroots Law Project, Shaun earned a little over $104,000 in the first year, but afterward, his salary increased to around $250,000. All that extra income came in handy because, according to the New York Post, Shaun and his family moved from a luxury 2-bedroom apartment in Brooklyn to a 5-bedroom, 3,000 square foot lakefront home in New Brunswick, New Jersey. The home was purchased in November 2020 for $842,000 under his wife's name.
Oh, so it's his wife's house. It's given hobosexual. Okay.
After his address was posted online, Shaun announced that his family made the decision to move to ensure their safety. According to the Daily Beast, over his career, Shaun has raised millions for everything, from Haitian orphans to families of police brutality and more. But most of the money has either gone into Shaun's pockets, to his failed endeavors, or it has simply been unaccounted for. Shaun told the publication, "It's just bullshit. People need to understand that failure is not fraud."
How do you fail to lose millions of dollars? Okay, how you do that? Maybe $1. Shoot, somebody even lost $20 before. Maybe somebody even lost $100. But millions? Nah. It's sounding real white, Shaun.
However, the Daily Beast said Shaun claimed he raised over $1 million for Haitian orphans, but a mission that serves these kids claimed only $540,000 was raised, and out of that, they only received $200,000. Then Shaun launched a clothing line called A Real One. Some of the clothing items include images of Shaun smoking a blunt. As of this video, he's also selling shirts and sweatshirts with an image of Malcolm X.
Profiting off of black folk, huh?
8 months after launching, customers claimed they still hadn't received their orders. Shaun denied that he was scamming people and called the allegations a complete fabrication.
Everybody can't be lying, Shaun. Everybody ain't lying.
Grief-stricken mothers who lost their children to police brutality banded together in 2021 to accuse BLM and other activists of profiting from their children's deaths. Samaria Rice, the mother of 12-year-old Tamir Rice, who was killed by police in 2014, told the New York Post, "We never hired them to be the representatives in the fight for justice for our dead loved ones murdered by the police. The activists have events in our cities and have not given us anything substantial for using our loved ones' images and names on their flyers." Shaun spoke with Samaria and then posted an episode of his podcast titled "I Spoke to Samaria Rice" this past week. In the episode description, Shaun wrote, "It was a much-needed conversation. I learned a lot, listened a lot, shared my heart, and pledged we would continue to fight to get justice and accountability for Tamir." In a post on his website, Shaun also outlined how he had raised a total of about $125,000 through several fundraisers and didn't receive a penny for his efforts. He said he had nothing to do with the disbursement of the funds, and Samaria may have been misled about his efforts. Well, Samaria wasn't happy about Shaun putting their conversation on blast. In an Instagram post, she said it was very toxic and uncomfortable for her to hear that he raised more money that he didn't want to bother her with. She added that she never gave him permission to raise anything, and along with the U.S., Shaun had robbed her for the death of her son. She went on to write, "As a white man acting black, you are an imposter that cannot be trusted." She ended her message by saying, "God will deal with you, white man."
Yeah. Baby, I felt that all in my soul.
In October 2023, Shaun claimed he helped get American hostages released during the Israel-Hamas conflict. According to the Daily Mail, Shaun posted on Instagram that he worked frantically behind the scenes to get the two American women, a mother and daughter, away from Hamas kidnappers. The family, however, had a different view and said they didn't even know Shaun until they came across his bizarre posts on Instagram. Shaun found himself on the defensive and confirmed that he spoke to one of the hostages' brother. He took a screenshot of the brother's Instagram comment. Apparently, the family had reached out to multiple people for help, and the majority of them were unaware that the brother had added Shaun into the mix. In December 2023, Shaun's Instagram account, where he had 6 million followers, was banned and terminated.
Bye, Ashley.
According to Shaun, his account was banned for fighting for Palestine and speaking up for the human rights and dignity of the Palestinians. Although he's no longer on Instagram, he's still fighting the good fight on his other social media accounts. In December 2018, 7-year-old Jasmine Barnes lost her life during a drive-by shooting in Houston, and everybody wanted justice, especially Shaun. Witnesses described the suspect as a white male in his 40s. Shaun jumped on the case and posted a photo of a man named Robert Kentrail and asked his followers for more information by tweeting, "We've had 20 people call or email us and say he is a racist, violent and always has been. Just tell me everything you know." Robert's photo matched the sketch of a white man, so it had to be him, right? Well, not exactly. Turns out Robert was innocent.
Just want everyone to back off.
Haley knows her uncle isn't a Boy Scout. In fact, he's in jail right now on a long list of felonies. Shaun King did not respond to repeated requests for comment. Haley, who fears for her uncle and her family's safety, wants this to spread too. He is innocent of this terrible crime.
The family told ABC News that they were receiving death threats thanks to Shaun's social media posts. In July 2019, while behind bars on robbery charges, Robert took his own life. Some people have blamed his passing on the stress associated with Shaun's false accusations. While some people continue to support Shaun and donate to his causes, others are suspicious of him, his life story, and all the allegations that surround him. Do you think people's concerns are justified, or is Shaun just misunderstood?